the teaching assistants in the course. We will discuss today some of the goals and some of the strategies of the Nation of Islam. And I wonder if Mr. Blake might start it off by asking Mr. Shabazz a question.
Minister Malcom, the thing that I thought might be good for starting it off is to talk about one of the most pervasive beliefs in the general society about the Nation of Islam, and that is that it is an organization dedicated to the use of violent means to attain its goals. The question I have is, how true is this, and why do you think it persists in society?
Well, the Muslims who have accepted the religion of Islam and follow the Elijah Muhammad have never bombed any churches, have never murdered any little girls, as was done in Birmingham, have never lynched anybody, have never at any time been guilty of initiating any aggressive acts of violence during the entire 33 years or more that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad have been teaching us. The charge of violence against us stems from the guilt complex that exists in the conscious and the subconscious mind of most white people in this country. They know that they have been violent in their brutality against Negroes, and they feel that someday the Negroes are going to wake up and try and do unto them as they have done unto us. Do unto the whites as the whites have done unto us. We're not a violent group. We are taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad to obey the law, to respect everyone who respects us. We're taught to display courtesy, to be polite. But we're also taught that if any time, anyone, any way inflicts or seeks to inflict violence upon us, we are within our religious rights to retaliate in self-defense to the maximum degree of our ability. We never initiate any violence upon anyone. If anyone attacks us, we reserve the right to defend ourselves. So to accuse us of being violent is like accusing a man who is being lynched, who is being hung on a tree, simply because he struggles vigorously against his lyncher. The victim is accused of violence, but the lyncher is never accused of violence. And I only point this out because the various racist groups that are set up in this country by whites and who have actually practiced violence against blacks for 400 years are never associated or identified or made synonymous with the term violence. But whites speak of Muslims almost synonymously with violence. Whenever Muslims are mentioned by them, their violence is wrong. But it's not connected. This is some of a propaganda, that tactic, of what I would call psychological warfare, to in some way make the image of the Muslim in this country be violent in its rather than a religious image.
The members of the Nation of Islam have not used violence even when black Americans were attacked. How do you account for this? Does this in any way contradict some of the basic premises of your movement? I don't know how.
I don't understand how you mean.
Or that you should not use violence unless you are attacked by the white man. And I think we can note in the last several years, certainly, dozens and dozens and dozens of instances in which Negroes have been attacked, killed in some instances.
You mean in these demonstrations?
These demonstrations and the bombings, for example, recently in Birmingham where they killed 4 little Negro girls. And what interests me is the fact is that the Nation of Islam has not done anything to retaliate. I think you should.
Well, allow me to say you should be happy. You should be happy that we have not done anything. We're actually showing that violence is always not the move to make, even when action enacted upon us and in our right modus operandi to do so. Well, it shows that we didn't, if that's what you're asking me. If we become intellectually independent enough to think as other humans are intellectually independent enough to think for themselves, then the black man will think like a black man, and he will feel for other black people, and this new thinking and feeling will cause black people to stick together. And then at that point, you'll have a situation when you attack one black man, you are attacking all black men, and this type of black thinking will cause all black people to stick together. And this type of thinking also will bring an end to the brutality inflicted upon black people by white people. It is the only thing that will bring an end to it. No federal court, no state court, or city court will bring an end to it. It's something that the black man has to bring about himself.
On the basis of your two remarks, ask a double-pronged question. One, is it then your assertion that the laws with respect to how Negroes are supposed to have equal opportunity and equal rights in this country are not meaningful or believed by whites? And secondly, what then is your opinion and attitude toward the civil rights movement in general, and particularly the Reverend Martin Luther King and his philosophy of nonviolent direct action?